A good organized file is going to have many different components to it. You're going to have things like a conversation log, a leasing checklist. You're going to make sure you're going to put their application in here, their credit report, a guest card, their paycheck stubs, a student schedule, their price quote. All of these things are going to go inside of your file. Now, the order is going to depend on your property manager, so make sure that you do get with him or her just to get the file order that they prefer, and that way you have a good, nice, and uniformed file system.
Every lease file is going to have several different pages, just like Sally said, of different items on the inside of it in order to be a completed file with organization. Some of the things that you're going to need for your file to be 100% full, so you may want to get a pen and paper and write this down. Number one, most importantly, your conversation sheet. You're going to use this to write down any interaction that you had with the prospect or anything that you've done to that file. You've ran credit, you've done rental verifications, all that good stuff you're going to want to write on the conversation sheet. Another one, just like Sally mentioned, is called a leasing checklist. You're going to be able to use that to write down all of their specials, break down everything as far as their lease is concerned, how much deposit they paid, what apartment number they're going into. All of that good stuff is going to be just a breakdown of what they're receiving on their leasing checklist. Of course, you want to have the qualifying criteria inside of the folder as well, signed and dated by the prospect as well as the leasing consultant. Like Sally mentioned, you will also need their credit report so that we can see what they're going to be getting on the qualifying criteria, as well as their application. Make sure that's signed and dated in all the appropriate spaces as well. And be sure to fill out the contemplated lease area of the application with the breakdown of the specials and all that good stuff. Other things you're going to need in that file are going to be the employment verification, anything for their income, such as, a bank statement or their actual pay stub, child support information, social security, anything that you're going to use to get them more points to income qualify for the apartment. Rental verification is going to be another one that you're going to need in the folder as well. If you're giving them any sort of discount, student, military, senior citizen, you're going to want to put those in the file too. So if they're a student, you'll need a class schedule to show you that they're currently enrolled. If they're military, you're just going to use their pay stub because it's their LES, their leaves and earnings statement. And of course, if they're a senior citizen, their birth date's going to be on their credit report along with their actual application. Another thing you're going to put in there is going to be the guest card. That's going to help you in the long run to see exactly what specials you quoted them, on what day they came in, and what the lease term they talked about in the beginning. Any other miscellaneous items that you want in the folder you can put in the back behind the guest card, but those are the major bulk of what you're going to need to have in the actual lease file. When they're approved, you will need to put their contract in the file, along with everything else. So depending on which side of the file that it goes on is going to be up to your manager. So once you figure that out and get it all in together and is 100% organized, you'll be good to go.